Welcome, Kitsap County. This week, we're going to cover the 3 reasons, if you're a home buyer, you need to buy during the winter, and especially this winter. This is why 2020 is the best winter ever to buy a home. I'm Stephanie Dupuis, by the way, with Dupuis team at Keller Williams, West Sound of Silverdale. Here's reason number 1. The competition is lower in the winter. We all know, when's the buying season? We've all heard this. When's the home buying season? It's, people, it kind of varies. They're all like, it could be March, April, May, June, whatever. But they've got the home buying season, and it's not winter. We all know that, right? So get out there, do the opposite of what everybody else does, and buy during the winter. So competition has been really difficult for home buyers in the last 3-4 years. So what you want to do is, when everybody zigs, you zag. When they go in for the season, you go out for the season and start shopping for your home. And that this year would be October through the end of February. Okay, so buy when everybody else is home, sitting by the fire. That would be right now, my friends. Okay, number 2. The number 2 reason to buy a home during the winter, especially during 2020 for this one. Sellers are nervous. Sellers are so nervous. Sellers are nervous. And the thing is they have a little bravado right now. Sellers are like, oh, it's a seller's market. It's a this market, I'll tell you, I just did a stats video. And you know what happened in the stats video this week? Speaking of nervous sellers, for the first time in over a year, more than 50% of buyer sales sold below this price. That indicates a possible shift towards a buyer's market. Don't tell me sellers aren't nervous. Sellers are hella nervous, man. Sellers are like, got COVID, it's the winter, we're heading into the holidays. That's like the trifecta. Just say that again. It's winter, we've got COVID, we're heading into the holidays. Boom, boom, boom. If I'm a buyer, man, those sellers have had zero mercy on me for the last couple years. Sorry, sellers. Going after you. Right now, okay? I'd be hitting sellers harder in the holidays. No mercy, Bubba. Okay. By the way, what's great about the sellers being nervous during the holidays right now during the winter, whether you hit them during the holidays or not, they're more willing to negotiate, So we've had a situation the last couple of years, and especially during this last buyer, dry season. I call it the dry season versus the wet season in Washington State, our buyer season and non-buyer season, because it's dry and rainy. The thing is the sellers, they haven't been negotiating with anything. They're like, hey, take my rotted roof, take my crappy foundation, deal with it. You don't want it, we'll put it back on market, somebody else will buy it. And they've kind of been right. That's not what's going on right now. So jump in on this. This is a really good time to buy. So you've got less competition, you've got sellers who are more willing to negotiate, right? Those are your first 2 reasons. Here's the 3rd reason. I think this is a really important reason. It never matters what the market's doing. The 3rd reason here always is true, and that is buy during the rainy season here in Washington State. Take advantage of our weather. Holy smokes. The last thing you ever want to do is buy a house during the dry season because you can't see the water problems that you'll have with the property. If you buy during the wet season, you're going to see, are there drainage problems? Is there a leak in the roof? You buy during the dry season, you can see water stains, but you really have no verifying evidence whether it's a leak or not, an active leak. But man, let me tell you, chances are right now, you're going to be inspecting a property within days of rain having happened, or there's been so much rain, if there's an active leak, we're gonna have some fairly strong evidence that it's active versus an older leak. all I can say is if I have to, I always want to buy properties during the rainy season. I want to see how the water flows on a property. I want to know if that crawl space gets water, if the basement leaks, if there's issues elsewhere in the house. And, just not going to see that during the dry season. How does that sump pump work? There's a lot of water and crawl spaces in this area, How are we going to deal with it? So, folks, the rainy season, if you're a buyer, is an asset to you. Buy those homes. If you find a home that is doing well right now, you've got a really good situation, okay? So those are your three reasons. First one is there's less competition. Second one, sellers are a little scared right now because they've got COVID. You're heading into the holidays, and they think, it's not the heat of the buyer season. And the third thing is buy during the rainy season. I'm Stephanie Dupuis with Dupuis team at Keller Williams West Sound. Leave your questions below. We love your questions. It helps us out. And so we like the interaction. Like our Facebook page at Dupuis team, our Dupuis team Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you everybody for joining us this week. We'll see you next week right here, same time, same place.